So people who were absent yesterday, they haven't missed much. But let me again this PPT, that these are the textbook, minimum number of textbook that I will expect you should have. If you cannot get them online, don't worry. But our library has all the books, so no problem. Among them, my first preference will go to Meyerowitz. Meyerowitz is a pretty old professor in Virginia State University. Okay, he is perhaps one of the best mechanical engineer in the world, but he is very old now, maybe around 75 years of age. He is in Virginia State University, or Virginia Polytechnic maybe, in the east coast of America. This textbook I consider, and perhaps most of the people consider, as the best textbook in vibration. Online copy is available, you can download it. Next best textbook is by an Indian, S.S. Rao. Okay, he is in America for last 35 years, but this is the next best textbook. After S.S. Rao, I will call Thompson, and then I will come down to Seymour Henkel, then Rao Gupta. This Rao is different from this Rao. He is J.S. Rao. He has expired. He just expired last year. Both were professor of IIT Delhi. J.S. Rao and Kshitij Gupta. They are Indian, staying in India. S.S. Rao Indian, but staying in US. Seymour Henkel. Timoshenko is of course much old. You have heard of Timoshenko in engineering mechanics or applied mechanics subject or solid mechanics subject. This textbook is not that important, so I have written it at the end. Not immediately, but after 1 month, we will require one of these textbooks. Rao Pengian or Anil Chopra. Again, Anil Chopra is an Indian but settled in California. Are great. So these are the textbook we need it. Large number of textbook you may get, even if you get 2-3 of them, good enough. ठीक है? ये सब भूल जाओ, क्योंकि लेक्चर अभी 3 दिन नहीं 4 दिन होंगे, तो ये सब लिखने का कोई मतलब नहीं है. Yes, just go through this quotation of Albert Einstein and try to understand it, what he wanted to say. Anybody who can highlight what he wanted to say? Einstein, see, everything written by Einstein may not be tough enough. What exactly he means to say? Am I not audible? Aditya?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
But then suddenly it appears as I am teaching a different class. What he wanted to say here? Richa?
Sir, I think what he meant was that what we learn is different from education, because education is what we understand finally. So if we forget everything that we have
Education is
actually learned.
also a learning, but it is that part of learning which you never forget.
Yes, sir.
That is the thing. Okay. So when something you learn which you never forget, that is called education. See, every day you are learning so many things. Fine. And you are also forgetting so many things. But something that you learn and you never forget, that is the true education. That is what he wanted to say. So he means to say that our education should be something to learn which we should never forget. This is very interesting, very interesting. You will agree that most of the things we learn, we also forget easily, quickly we forget them. So let me now start discuss. अरे कुछ भी नहीं आ रहा क्यों? All correct, correct, correct. So you need not write down anything. Just read the writings, and we can have a discussion on it. Understand? But yes, our subject starts from here. The definition of vibration. But I will never ask in exam. What exactly is vibration? Vibration is basically, simply saying, to and fro motion of a particle or a body about an equilibrium position. Fine. This to and fro motion may be a linear motion or it may be an angular motion. When it is a linear motion like a spring mass, we call it vibration. But when it is an angular motion, we generally don't use the term vibration, we call it oscillation. So oscillation refers to and fro motion of angular position, whereas vibration refers to and fro motion along a linear direction. Okay, but ultimately the physics is same. Physics is same. Whatever mathematics is applicable for oscillation, same mathematics is applicable for vibration. I may use the term combinedly, but basically they are same. Vibration, oscillation, basically they are same. These to and fro motion may be harmonic, may be periodic, and may be aperiodic. Harmonic means this to and fro motion is following a sine function, a single sine function. It happens for a spring mass model, or it happens if a machine is placed with an unbalance, if the machine is placed on a beam. So these are examples where vibration occurs along a harmonic function, single frequency. Fine. Periodic, where a vibration is not a sine function, but it is periodic. And by Fourier series, theory of Fourier series, we know any periodic function can be written as in a series form having sine and cosine terms. So a periodic function is nothing but a combination of multiple harmonics. So harmonic means single harmonic, periodic means many harmonics. IC engine, drop forging machine, they are the example. However, in our subject, our main focus will be harmonic, and then our focus will be aperiodic. We will discuss very little on this, but we will discuss. Aperiodic and transient. What is the difference between harmonic, aperiodic, and transient? Harmonic vibration remains for a long time, maybe minutes or maybe even hours. Aperiodic or transient vibration, it remains for a very short time, few seconds, like a vehicle just fallen into a bump or a road gadda. So you feel a vibration, but that lasts for few seconds. That is aperiodic. Earthquake comes and the building shakes, or wind cyclone comes, building shakes. Again, this is transient because this lasts for few minutes. Okay, so this short duration vibration, they are not harmonic. They don't follow sine curve, but they remain for very short duration. So that is called aperiodic or transient vibration. Okay. So in 1 month, we will almost 10 lectures will be on harmonic and 5 lectures will be aperiodic. So we'll have lot of lectures on harmonic and aperiodic. I am now giving some practical example. Harmonic is simplest, and this is perhaps most complicated. Transient and aperiodic, most complicated, and we require mathematics, difficult mathematics here, but we will do that, don't worry. So this is how correct. This is a measured vibration. What do you find in this graph? Is it a periodic? Is it a harmonic function? If I ask you quickly, you cannot remain silent for 1 minute. This is how a vibration is measured. Do you call it a harmonic function? Or will you call it a periodic function?
Sir, it is periodic if the same part is repeating within a time bound.
Yeah, in the graph only it is shown that the period is same. So it is a periodic function, it is not harmonic function. And if it is a periodic function, we can break it into individual harmonics. The fundamental harmonic will be 2 pi by time period t. Agree? When we break a periodic function into multiple harmonics, fundamental harmonic is always 2 pi by time period t. So second harmonic will be 2 into omega, third harmonic will be 3 into omega. So we get all the harmonics. So this is a periodic signal. How it will look like. I don't want to ask this question now, but you can take it as home assignment. But this is a slightly advanced level problem. I should not give you this problem today. But those who are interested in writing programs, is that I give you the values of this function. Fine. For one time period. Say I give you 100 values within the one time period. So you can draw the graph. If I give you 100 values, you can draw the graph. Once I give you the 100 values, can you carry out some mathematics and tell me this is the fundamental harmonic, this is the second harmonic, this is the third harmonic. You have to go for Fourier series, extraction, but you have to write a program. Mathematics is not difficult, but you have to write a program. You just see if you are interested, but I cannot call it a homework right now, but this is slightly advanced level homework. Fine. Should I call it periodic or aperiodic? This is aperiodic because it doesn't follow any periodic pattern. Actually, this graph is taken from earthquake, where the variation does not follow any repetitive pattern. It is neither harmonic nor even periodic. Earthquake, the signals are generally called random because they vary in a random manner. So this is an aperiodic signal. Let me come to the simplest example of vibration, spring mass, and this is the equation of motion. This is for translation vibration and this is for angular oscillation. But their equations are similar. If you look at them, you will see equations are similar. Second derivative, here also second derivative. Equations are similar. So if I can solve this equation, I can solve this equation also. Okay. So I will not take up pendulum equation. I will take up spring mass equation. And remember, yesterday I have mentioned that this is the linearized equation because fundamentally it is sine theta. For small theta, we assume sine theta can be replaced by theta. So this is linearized equation, and after that I can say this equation is similar to this. So a simple spring mass system, the mathematical equation will look like mx double dot plus kx is equal to 0. Question is how the solution will look like. Question is how the solution will look like. That we'll discuss. But this is called mathematical model. So mathematical model for a simple pendulum is very easy. But mathematical model for other physical examples may not be easy. So mathematical models are of two types, lumped parameter model and distributed parameter model. First 2 months, we will be in lumped parameter model, and from March onward, we will go into and multi-degree of freedom model. It is studied through ordinary differential equations, whereas continuous system model, where we consider we consider the system as a continuous medium, like a cantilever beam or a simply supported beam. That model is studied through partial differential equation. Okay, but this I will not focus now. In the month of March, January and February, we will spend on LAMP parameter model. Okay, so LAMP parameter model also we will start with single degree of freedom. हमें single degree of freedom में करीब एक महीना लग जाएगा. Fine. Then we will go to multi degree of freedom. Now please remember that all vibratory systems are basically continuous systems. They are not LAMP parameter. But we always start with LAMP parameter model because the mathematics is easy to handle. But whatever answer we get from LAMP parameter model, it's not exact. It's not very, very accurate. But at least we get some idea of the answer. And that is why we always begin with a LAMP parameter model. But if we are expert in mathematics, we will go for continuous system model. Okay. So this is called simplest single degree of freedom LAMP parameter model. So in LAMP parameter model, let me begin with the simplest example, single degree of freedom model. This is a real life problem and this is a symbolic problem, or this is a laboratory model problem. In real life, we never find a mass hanging from a spring. In real life, what we see is different, but it is equivalent to this laboratory model. So in real life, I have a concrete beam. In a factory, I have a concrete beam. And on top of the concrete beam, I have a machine placed. Unfortunately, some unbalance is present. Because of the unbalance, there will be a centrifugal force ME omega square. The vertical component of the centrifugal force will be ME omega square sine omega. This is a harmonic function. Because of this force, this beam will vibrate up and down. Okay, so I as an engineer, I need to study how much will be the vibration. Can I avoid the vibration? If I cannot avoid the vibration, can I minimize the vibration? That is my job. Then only I will get salary in industry. But this real life problem is not that easy. It is very, very complicated. So what do? I first begin with a LAMP parameter model and single degree of freedom model. In that model, what do? I represent the beam by a spring K. So what will be the value of K here? K will be how much? K will be force divided by deflection at the middle point. And now you need solid mechanics. From solid mechanics, for a fixed beam, if a force is applied at the middle point, then the deflection is PL cube by or FL cube by 192 EI. So stiffness comes out to be 192 EI upon L cube. If it is fixed beam. If it is simply supported beam, 192 हो जाएंगे 48. Okay. So first what I do is I replace this beam by a spring, and value of the spring I estimate it by this solid mechanics formula 192 EI by L cube. At the end of the spring, I attach a mass M, and that mass I take this machine mass. So what mistake I am doing in this model? This is a simplified model. In this simplified model, I am sacrificing something. I am losing something. What is that I am losing? Can you tell me? This simplified model looks attractive. कि कितना सिंपल दिखा रहा है, एक स्प्रिंग है, एक मास है, लेकिन आई एम लूजिंग समथिंग, आई एम सैक्रिफाइसिंग समथिंग. व्हाट इज दैट आई एम लूजिंग? No, the answer is very ordinary answer, very obvious answer. No
Sir, the
sophistication.
right part, the F naught sine omega t.
Sin omega t equals to 0.
No. Force is here present here also. Force is present here also. I have not shown it, but force is present here also. But what I have done actually, this actual problem, I have so supporting has to be different. No, not that.
Mass of beam.
Mass of the beam. See here the mass, I am taking mass of the machine. Should I take mass of the beam? Answer is partly I should take, not whole mass. So these are much debate. So initially what do I do? What we do, not what do I do, we neglect mass of the beam. We consider beam as spring and machine as the mass. So because of this simplification, my result will not be accurate. But at least I'll get some idea. So what do I do now? I solve this equation. If I solve this equation, I will find out natural frequency. Okay. And if I can find out natural frequency, I can guess, then what do I do? What is the natural frequency? You all know. Natural frequency is square root k by m. So once I know natural frequency, what I will do as an engineer? See, you have joined an industry and your boss is telling you that they have a problem of vibration here and you have to do something. Otherwise, your job will be gone. So what do you do now? How do you sustain your job? Tell me. What do? You first prepare this mathematical model and you calculate K. K calculate कैसे होगा? आपको साइट में जाके मेजरमेंट लेना पड़ेगा. L कितना मेजरमेंट लेना पड़ेगा? I is what? Can anybody tell me how much is I? How do you calculate I? I is mass moment of, not mass moment of inertia. I is area moment of inertia. How do you calculate I for a beam? What is the formula? अरे ये लोग तो भयंकर स्टूडेंट्स हैं.
The cross section.
What is the formula? How do you calculate I for a beam? I is area moment of inertia. I कभी नाम नहीं सुने हो क्या? तुम लोग थर्ड ईयर में कैसे पहुंच गए? In bending of beam, have you handled I or not? Aditya?
Sir, we had done that.
Then what is the formula? How to calculate I?
Sir, I'm
Sorry,
unable to.
huh?
I'm unable to call back that.
No, recall back बोलने से नहीं होगा. No, then better you leave VNIT and go back. ये क्या है? Fundamental I am asking. कल जाके बोलोगे सर 2+2 क्या होता है? मुझे कैलकुलेटर देखना पड़ेगा. In an interview, if this question is asked and you cannot answer, I am unable to recall. वो तुरंत निकाल देंगे interview room से. I think some students can give me the formula.
Sir, BD cube by 12.
BH cube by 12, correct. 1 by 12 BT cube or BH cube. B is the width, H is the thickness or H is the height. See, you cannot afford to forget all this formula. I is 1 by 12 BT cube or BH cube. So you go to the site, you measure the dimension, you can calculate I. Okay? If it is steel, How much is young modulus of steel? I think that also you people will tell me कि recall करना पड़ेगा. Steel का young modulus कितना होता है?
Sir, 210 GPA.
GPA, correct. 210 GPA, correct. So you go to the site, you measure, K मिल जाएगा. Mass, so you look at the drawing, आपको machine का mass भी मिल जाएगा. So you have this equation. So what you will do from this equation? You will find out natural frequency. And what is the formula of natural frequency? Because this is JE question. Even JE will not give this simple question. Natural frequency is under root K by N. You calculate natural frequency. उसके बाद as an engineer आप क्या करोगे? जल्दी से बताओ. ये नौकरी का सवाल है, CGPA का सवाल नहीं है. ये नौकरी का सवाल है. What you will do? If you do not do anything, your job, you will be thrown out of the company. So what you will do? You have calculated the natural frequency. अभी आप क्या करोगे? In the industry, the boss is expecting some corrective action from you. बराबर? He is expecting some corrective action. वो जानना चाहता है vibration क्यों हो रहा है. वो VNIT का स्टूडेंट नहीं है. You are from VNIT, so he is expecting. So what you will do now? You have calculated natural frequency. What you will do now? अब बैठे रहेगा तो मुझे
Sir,
आगे.
we will add some loads so that our frequency should not match the natural frequency.
So first you will check this. अरे भाई पहले ही लोड ऐड करेगा. So you should check where natural frequency is with respect to rotating frequency omega. ये चेक करना पड़ेगा. Vibration is happening. One of the reason may be, a fundamental reason is there is unbalance. So go for balancing. Second reason is unbalance may not be high, but this omega may be close to natural frequency. Now the problem is, neither you have a control on natural frequency nor you have a control on omega. ए बिल्डिंग बनाने का पहले ही करना चाहिए था. अब बिल्डिंग तो बन गया. So even if they are close, you cannot do anything. But you can tell your boss that this is the problem. इसके कारण वाइब्रेशन ज्यादा हो रहा है. Okay, but right now nothing can be done. It should have been looked into during the design stage. But again your boss will ask what we should do now. So your answer will be, let us go for balancing. Let us reduce the unbalance. Have you learned balancing in second year? You have learned. I don't know whether you have learned or not, but second year this was taught. So you do balancing. लेकिन balancing के बाद भी कुछ unbalance रह गया. And this omega is so close to omega n कि उतना छोटा unbalance से भी vibration काफी ज्यादा हो रहा है. बॉस अभी भी चिंतित है कि भाई you have done so much, लेकिन अभी भी vibration ज्यादा हो रहा है, क्या करें? So we'll discuss that after 20 days. क्या करें? Ultimately, there is a medicine. Okay, there is a final medicine for this problem. We'll discuss that. But this is an actual example which tells us that real life problems can be solved step by step if we can make a mathematical model. So this is the mathematical model and this is the real life problem. Fine. So we first make a mathematical model. By mathematical model means we first write the problem as a differential equation and then we solve the differential equation. So if we solve this differential equation, so in this case the mathematical model was simple because I modeled it through only one spring, one mass. So this was only a single second order differential equation. But look at the model of a car. I was talking about model of a vehicle, four-wheeler. So many springs are there. Its mathematical model is really going to be complicated, but we will discuss that and you can do that. But this mathematical model will not be a single differential equation. There will be many, many differential equations. And the problems are of two types. How do I write down those differential equations? Means how do I get those differential equations? That itself is a difficult question. And second is, once I get all the differential equations, how do I solve them? Because I have more than one differential equation and they are coupled differential equations. How do I solve them? So challenge increases when my model becomes multi-degree of freedom. In the previous case, it was single degree of freedom. But now my model is multi-degree of freedom. So challenge increases. And this challenge increases in two areas. First, how to write down the equations. We'll discuss that. And second, how to solve them. We'll discuss that. But this is definitely a challenging job. But once you can write down the equations and once you can solve the equations, now you are a master. Any automobile company will pick you up because you can tell him how the automobile vibrates when it is moving on a village road, which may not be very good road. Or you can say even a part of Nagpur road, because all the roads in Nagpur, they are not good enough. But you can do that provided you have made this model. You have converted into differential equation and you are able to solve the differential equation. So that is a part of vibration that we will study. This I'll skip right now because this is 2 degree of, again model of a vehicle. This is basically not 4-wheeler. This is model of a 2-wheeler, maybe a motorcycle. We'll discuss that later on, how a motorcycle is modeled and how do we analyze it. So basically, modeling can be of 3 types. Lump parameter, single degree of freedom. Lump parameter, multi-degree of freedom. A more exact model is a continuous system model. We will discuss all 3. Coming to the force, simplest is harmonic, then we have periodic, and then we have aperiodic. Okay, so this is our syllabus. Basically, we'll discuss single degree of lump parameter model, we'll discuss multi-degree of freedom lump parameter model, we'll discuss continuous system model. Fourth, we'll discuss harmonic, periodic, aperiodic. This is total syllabus, but it's very difficult to complete the syllabus in 3-4 months. Okay, but let me see how I can do it. इसमें हम अभी नहीं जाएंगे. I'll skip it. I'll skip it also. I'll skip it also. I'll skip it also. I'll skip it also. Okay. Any questions so far? If whatever I have discussed till now, any question comes to your mind? नहीं है. चलो, ठीक है. Now,
Hello,
हाँ बोलो
hello,
बोलो
sir.
बोलो. हाँ बोलो.
Sir, is the pattern of vibration is same in all cars or is they like there are different patterns?
All cars.
Means the same length or the same dimension in car.
Qualitatively same.
And what about like
Different. It will depend on the wheel distance, okay, wheel width, then tire stiffness, suspension system, because different cars, they do not have same suspension.
yes, sir.
So numerically, quantitatively, things will be different. But qualitatively same. Okay, unless and until the suspension is totally of a different type. Yes, today we are having smart suspension system. Otherwise, it will be same for cars. Why car? I mean, or 4-wheeler, or 4. Qualitatively, it will. मतलब गड्ढा अगर है तो vibration होगा. You cannot say कार में नहीं होगा, उस कार में होगा, ऐसा नहीं है. लेकिन vibration किसी में ज्यादा होगा, किसी में कम होगा. That depends on so many things. Wheel width, wheel suspension, tire stiffness, mass of the body, location of center of gravity of the car, so many things.
Okay, sir.
So once we develop a mathematical model, now the question is, how do we get the parameters? As you see that we have to get mass, we have to get stiffness. Now mass is very easy. It's not that difficult to get the mass. Even if we cannot measure the mass, we can numerically estimate the mass, volume into density. ऐसा नहीं है कि पूरे सिस्टम के लिए वही मशीन चाहिए, नो. We find out the volume by measurement, we multiply by density, we get the mass. So mass is not difficult parameter, it's easy. Stiffness is again not that difficult. What we do is, there are solid mechanics formula, we use it. So if I have been given a helical spring, I know how to calculate the stiffness. This is the formula which you have used in your second year practical, if you remember. Then these are various formula. If I have a cantilever beam, stiffness is 3 EI by L3. Okay. And just now I have told you that if I have simply supported beam, stiffness is 48 EI by L cube. And if I rigid beam, stiffness is 192 EI by L cube when the vibration is at the midpoint. But if the vibration is not at the midpoint, it is at a distance A and at a distance B, then stiffness formula is different. It is not one. Simply support के लिए 48 EI by L cube center के लिए. If the vibration measured is at the center, then this is the stiffness. But if the vibration measured is somewhere else, then we have a different formula. So ये सारे formula solid mechanics से we get it from solid mechanics. It's not difficult in getting the stiffness. However, the most problematic, gentleman, is damping. Okay, why we are so far silent about damping? Because damping is present. In vibration, damping is present, but we generally do not like damping because it is very difficult parameter to understand and quantify. It is invisible. It is invisible. It is very difficult parameter to understand and quantify. And because we can't understand it, we often assume it to be viscous damping because mathematics is simple. But actually the damping may not be viscous. But even if it is not viscous, we assume that let it be viscous damping because the mathematics is easy. Is it a correct thing to do? We'll discuss that. Partly it is correct. 100% it is not correct, but partly it is correct. Another problem of damping is that it is most of the times non-linear and non-viscous. So damping will create lot of problem in our study. We'll handle it. We will handle it. So we are going to be engineers, so we will handle each and everything. Engineers never say no. They have to solve the problem. So how to get the equations of motion first? The simplest method is free body diagram. But there is a beautiful method, and I prefer it, called energy method. Unfortunately, energy method is simple, but it can be used for single degree of freedom system only, and where damping is absent. For multi-degree of freedom, we go for Lagrange equation. So as far as we are concerned, we will try to use free body diagram if we can draw the free body diagram, or else we will use energy method if damping is absent and it is single degree of freedom, or else if it is not single degree of freedom system, we will go for Lagrange equation. Okay. Finally, using any of this method, our purpose is to achieve, to obtain the differential equation of motion. ठीक है? तो एक दो सैंपल हम देख लेते एनर्जी मेथड का. This you have done in IIT JEE. IIT JEE questions can be easily solved if we apply energy method. In energy method, what do is we calculate kinetic energy, we calculate potential energy, we total them, and because damping is absent, total energy should remain constant. So when you differentiate total energy with respect to time, it should be zero because total energy, conservation of energy, total energy should remain constant. So we differentiate with respect to time t, we get the differential equation. Just have a look. So for 2 minutes, you study this problem. In this problem, we obtain the differential equation by energy method. In energy method says first you find out kinetic energy. You find out potential energy. Make the total, differentiate with respect to time t. This, I think you already know it in JEE. JEE, the problems are solved by this method. जल्दी से निकल जाता है. And remember, kinetic energy, we have rotational kinetic energy, we have translational kinetic energy. दोनों ही होगा because this disk is rolling without slipping. So it is having a translational motion. It is also having a rotational motion. So kinetic energy rotational half I omega square. This I is not area moment of inertia. This is mass moment of inertia, mr square by 2. And this is my kinetic energy because of translation. So this is overall kinetic energy. And this is potential energy. I total it up. I differentiate with respect to time t. And finally, this is my differential equation. And differential equation immediately gives me natural frequency. So this is energy method. किसी को कुछ problem आ रहा, तकलीफ आ रहा? So today we have discussed how, if system is presented before us, how we can obtain the differential equation of motion, single degree of freedom, differential equation of motion using energy method. Fine. So let us see another problem. So can you solve it by energy method? The class will go for another 10 minutes. We have started 5 minutes late. So it will go for another 10 minutes. This is the last problem I want to discuss. So here, single degree of freedom, the coordinate is theta. So in terms of theta, you have to obtain the differential equation. In terms of theta, you have to obtain the differential equation. Can you apply energy method and obtain the differential equation? That is my question. This is a standard exam-like question. So let me see if anybody can do it in another 10 minutes. Kinetic energy, potential energy, दोनों लिखना पड़ेगा in terms of theta. In terms of theta, because theta is the coordinate. In terms of theta, kinetic energy और potential energy लिखना पड़ेगा. Potential energy is always written with reference to the equilibrium position. So initially the bob was in equilibrium position when theta was 0. So now the mass has gone here because of theta deflection. So it has gained in gravitational potential energy. It has gained because mass has gone up. And spring also gains potential energy because it has stress. So potential energy will come from extension, stretching of the spring. It will also come from uplifting of the mass. Okay? So let us see, have I solved it? Let me see. Correct. So potential energy gain is half K, then stretching square, stretching is A into theta. And this is the potential energy gain because of vertical movement. So this is potential energy and this is kinetic energy. So this is the total energy. Now if you differentiate, you get this is the natural frequency. Fine. So this is interestingly, this problem has come in IIT JEE. I don't remember, 10 years back perhaps. This problem has come in IIT JEE, which we can easily solve by energy method. So I stop here. Only thing I have so many questions where you have to write down the equation of motion and you have to get the natural frequency. इसको कैसे मॉडल करोगे? बताओ, इसको कैसे मॉडल करोगे? How you prepare the mathematical model there?
Of a different rigidity above the spring here.
With some mass.
No. You have to replace this beam by another spring on the top.
Yes, sir. And the mass also, like we have to
I
consider.
have told you that in our LAMP parameter model, हम बीम का मास क्यों नेग्लेक्ट करते हैं? क्योंकि कितना लेना है? We cannot take complete mass. We cannot take complete mass. कितना लेना है वो हमें मालूम नहीं. So to be on the safer side, we don't include the mass. But we have to replace the beam by a spring. What will be K of that spring? 192 EI by L cube. लेकिन that spring and this spring they are in series. So resultant stiffness we have to find out by parallel law. ठीक है? And then single degree of freedom, single spring, single mass. लेकिन single spring is the parallel combination of K and 192 EI by L3. ठीक है? So this is another example. These are standard exam questions. Again, a JEE level question, you can easily solve it by energy method. I have picked it from Merovi. This is the answer, of course, of that problem. So I'll give you all this PPT. This is another problem. इधर भी differential equation निकालना है, but here we neglect mass of this beam. We call it a rigid beam. We neglect mass of this beam. लेकिन A mass को consider करेंगे and we will find out the equation of motion. This is a difficult problem, but again these are all IIT JEE questions. अच्छा, इसको हमने solve किया है यहाँ पे, ठीक है. I have done the solution, but I should not pass on the solution to you. But this is another problem. So we have a large number of problems where what I'm expecting from you that applying energy method, find out the equation of motion and then finally find out natural frequency. ठीक है? So ये सारी प्रॉब्लम जो है, these are solved problem. ये सबका सॉल्व किया हुआ है मेरे पास. Fine. Now today I'll give you the whole PPT. Don't worry. I'll give you the whole PPT. लेकिन इसके साथ पहला असाइनमेंट सीट हम भेजेंगे आज ही. असाइनमेंट सीट जिसपे we have other problems on energy method. ठीक है? चलो आज इतना ही. आज काफी हो गया. आई एम हैप्पी, काफी कवर हो गया. जैसे पीपीटी मिलेगा पढ़ने में टाइम लगेगा. ठीक है? तो एनी सजेशन फ्रॉम योर साइड, हाउ शुड आई मॉडिफाई द लेक्चर्स? कुछ सजेशन है? ठीक से नहीं जा रहा, फास्ट हो रहा, डिफिकल्ट हो रहा, आसान हो रहा, क्या सजेशन है? फीडबैक क्या है? जल्दी से. or
Hmm.
else I will presume that you are understanding the subject and I will jack up the level of the question. If you remain silent, I will assume that you have understood it very, very well. And immediately I will raise the level of the question in exam.
हेलो सर
हाँ बोलो.
सर आपका आवाज इन बिटवीन लो आ
I
रहा है
don't know. I am also taking control system class. They are not complaining. ये vibration में interrupt हो रहा है कि slow आ रहा है, कम आ रहा है.
कम आ रहा है सर
हाँ, but same ये computer I am using for final year students. So is it a local problem or global problem? I don't know. Let me. Sabba, is my voice not audible enough?
No, sir, it is low sometimes.
It is.
No, sir.
चलो फिर देंगे, ठीक है. आज हम पीपीटी भेज देंगे, क्वेश्चन पेपर भेज देंगे, फिर कल मिलेंगे. चलो आज का क्लास हो गया. कल लीव.